In Exodus chapter 20 and verses 8 and 11, we find that the Sabbath is part of the Ten Commandments. But what happened to the Sabbath since the time of Adam? 16 generations has passed before the Sabbath has been mentioned again. Was the Sabbath simply forgotten and reinstituted again at Mount Sinai? Or has the Sabbath always existed along with the other 9 commandments? In fact, Exodus chapter 20 is not the first time we read about the Sabbath. In Exodus chapter 16, we find that God already made the Sabbath a test. In Exodus 16, we read about bread raining from heaven, which the Israelites end up calling manna. This bread was to be gathered enough for each day, as for the next day the bread would stink if they made too much. But on Fridays they were to gather a double portion, and this portion would be preserved to be able to eat on the Sabbath. And here in Exodus chapter 16, verses 28 to 30, God already confirmed that the Sabbath was part of the Ten Commandments.
How long refuse ye to keep my commandments and my laws? See, for that the Lord hath given you the Sabbath. Therefore he giveth you on the 6th day the bread of 2 days. Abide ye every man in his place. Let no man go out of his place on the 7th day. So the people rested on the 7th day.
Another place we find the Sabbath mentioned is in Exodus chapter 5. Moses wanted to take the children of Israel out of Egypt because they had to sacrifice animals that were sacred to the Egyptians. And in Exodus 5:5, we find the word rest being used, and this word rest is a special rest. It's the same word rest when God rested on the Sabbath day, found in Genesis chapter 2 and verse 3. And here we find the Pharaoh getting angry and doubling their workload. We see other evidence of the commandments existing before Exodus chapter 20. In Genesis, we find that Cain killed his brother. Abram, Isaac, and Jacob all lied. Now, Paul says that without the commandments, there can be no judgment. But here we find the world before the flood, the antediluvian world, and Sodom were judged because of their sins. The Sabbath wasn't meant to be a curse, but a blessing to mankind and all the creation. The Bible even says that the land enjoys the Sabbath rest. It was a wonderful day where the families could come together, enjoy this day with God and His creation. The Sabbath had a special connection as well. It was acknowledging the ultimate God, the God that created everything, including the sun and all the idols. By keeping the Sabbath, you are acknowledging you are serving the ultimate God. And remember, narrow is the way that leads to life, and a few shall find it.